This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com. Today we're going to be taking a look at a game from way long time ago. Something I don't think you're going to be able to find, but I was able to find at BoardGameGeek. Today we're going to be looking at Games Workshop Curse of the Mummy's Tomb. Well, all I can tell you is, without going too much further, let's go down to the table and take a look at this classic. So as you can see, this is the pyramid, and it goes together. It all fits in that little box, but you would actually take this off, and it always makes me nervous to do that, so I'm not going to do it. If you look here, basically, you can't see everything from here, but in order for you to get to the top of this pyramid, you're going to have to move your character. Now, the characters, of course, are old pewter characters. I mean, look at this. Again, this is how things were done back in the old days. Everything was metal and glorious, and you felt like you actually had a figure. And, oh, here's the mummy, because the mummy plays a big part. Now, he's going to start on actually one of these heads here, and you're going to determine where that goes. What's going to happen is there's two ways to play. You can play by yourself, or you can play with a group of people. Both are equally satisfying. You're going to pick one of these player cards here, and as you can see, they're really good, and they got the old talisman pieces here, so you're going to mark off certain things on here, how many lives you have, and so forth and so on. And you're going to pick one of these guys and take a figure with it, and that figure is going to start here. Now, there's three ways to move in this game. You're going to be dealt 5 cards. Now, if you are dealt 5 cards, these two decks here are going to be mixed together if you're playing with a bunch of people, or if you're playing by yourself, because I'm trying to show you how it's done both ways. You are actually going to take these movement cards, and you're going to give yourself 5 of these. Now, what's going to happen here is, as you can see, that is a direction that you can move. So you can only move, if you play this card, southeast. Okay, and this one you can only move west. So you can't move out of the pyramid, but you can move 1 square wherever. Now, if you land on any of these numbers, and I'm going to show you up over here, you're going, it's the only place you can move, well, you're going to move here, and you're going to have to draw that many hazards. And there's a whole bunch of different hazards. And if you saw on the card, your card has a bunch of attributes, and you're going to have to roll those attributes, tie or go better with 1d12. If you're able to do that, you are going to pass whatever test you're going to follow. Now, some of these things have 3s on them, so you're going to face 3. Now, if you're playing with a group of people, the difference is that you're going to have some of these hazards in your hand. So when you land on one of these things, guess what? They're going to be able, going in clockwise, be able to play one of those hazards, but they can only play the number of hazards. So if the person on the left plays that one hazard, they can't play any more hazards on you. The whole key of this game is getting up to here. Now, you can get up there by also using a ladder, okay, or stairs. But you cannot get to those stairs unless you can match the same color. So you're going to have to move into the inner circle and move up. The problem is, you've got this mummy that's moving around. Either another player's going to move it, or if you're playing one player on a 9 to 12, that mummy is going to move 1 step closer to you. So if he gets to you, he's going to attack you, and you are going to have to fight him. There are also cards in here that also have creatures in it. So people, when you stop on one of those things, they could play a creature card and you're going to have to deal with it. If you lose all your life, you're going to lose all your discoveries, and guess what? You're going to have to start all over again. And it's going to be just one big battle till somebody can get one of these keys, and there's a key card in here, and you can only get the key card by drawing it. So it's not that easy. Meanwhile, you're going to have to get all the way up here and then match and get to the top here. Then you're going to have to face three, you're going to have to roll on 3 attributes: your cunning, your Egyptology, and your speed for that particular person. And you're going to have to pass every one of these tests. And if you pass them all in the same turn, you've drank the elixir of life and you won the game. It's not as easy as it seems, though. There's a lot going on with this game and a lot of things that can go wrong. And there are tons of hazard cards that just make your life absolutely miserable. A scarab bug. The mummy's chasing you. You're going to have to face all these hazards. Snakes, creatures, everything that you can imagine. There's Horus. Horus is in here trying to stop you. A nest of vipers, giant scorpions. All these wonderful things that if you're playing with 4 people, they're going to be playing them against you and you playing them against them. Or in solo, you're just going to be drawing these things because you're going to be trying to move. Now you're given 5 cards at the beginning of every turn. So if you decide to play cards against a person, like move a person, or have them move into a mummy, or however you want to do it, or you're going to play a hazard on them, you're not going to be able to draw up to 5 cards until you get all the way through everybody's turn, or to your turn. And once you're there, you're going to play whatever cards you have. So if you played 3 cards on somebody else and you only have 2 cards that you can play for yourself, well, that's all you're going to get until everybody has gone, and then you're going to draw up to 5 and then go again. Again, the objective is to get to the top, drink the elixir of life, and win the game. But good luck doing it. It's not that easy. So, I think this is fantastic, but let's get my final thoughts on it and get on out of here. Wow, 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 wow. It's just the way I remember it. I remember sitting with a bunch of friends playing this game and just torturing each other with cards and everything else that can go bad, trying to get to the top of this. The thing that always drove me nuts was the actual pyramid itself, because you were so afraid that you were going to crush it and break it. But this one's in mint condition, which makes me very happy. But every time I take it apart, I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I should just leave it together and find a different box for it. But I love this game. It's old GW, which I love and brings back a lot of memories and a lot of good times, and just a fantastic experience. So much fun. It's fun playing solo, but it's also fun playing with someone, and it's just very enjoyable. In a nutshell, that's the best way I can put it. If you ever find a copy of it, I suggest you get it. I think you'll really, really enjoy this. This is one of those little hidden gems that they've come out with, probably not too many people heard of. Well, that's it for this time. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.